Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here and welcome back to another episode of Glory Hunter. Since we last met, we've played a few games in the league and we basically have secured the title with 4 games to go. With that being said as well, we've obviously found ourselves in the Champions League Semi Final. If you remember last year, you will remember how cruel this game can be. You simmed through to the Semi Final. We lost 1-0 to Barcelona at home in a game that we were slightly the better side. A very questionable penalty and a rebound that fell back to him was the difference on a day where I really think we deserved to have won it. And then obviously the 1-1 draw and heartbreaking circumstance yet again, where they scored one Barca and we weren't able to hold on to send it to extra time. With that being said, if you are enjoying the content, give it a like, do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Today is all about revenge. We've got the same tie as last year, but most importantly, we play the second leg away, which is absolutely massive. In the other Champions League semi-final, the reason why I'm bringing this up, Man City have beaten Newcastle, and that is very important for us. And why is that important for us? Well, staff, job security. There's 2 jobs I want to speak about. But firstly, Newcastle, very insecure in 10th. You might be thinking, Damien, do you really want to go there? Do you? You know, they've got 93 million in debt. Yeah, I do, because have a look at the players. Firstly, they reckon Isaac's their best player. I think that's laughable because they've got Jude Bellingham in the middle of the park. Clearly, he's their best player. Don't forget they've got Jeremy Pino. Is that Osimhen up front? How in the world is this team 10th in the Prem? I do not know. Leroy Sané on the other side. Lacrosse at the back. Frimpong's pretty good. And, you got Kat Kerr in net, who's one of the best keepers in the game at a cheap thing. Lest we forget, they've also got still Nick Pope, Nuno Perez, Sailmakers. They've also got here Isaac, as mentioned, Alvaro Morata, Giovanni Reina, who I loaned out to him. For people that don't know, Graham Cole, who I would actually use just because he's Australian, as well. I'm very tempted by the job. Now, I can't go into claims for the job just yet because I don't think it would be the right thing to do, but I do want to speak about the other job that is available, and I know I'm starting a Champions League semi-final talk with other jobs. Is Wolfsburg had Zidane in charge, and they got rid of him. They currently are 9th. Now, with 2 games ago, there is a world where they could finish 7th. I don't think that will give them a Europa League place, but a Conference League place, which is not what I want to do. But as you can see here, Zidane was sacked by Wolfsburg, as you can see, like just here next to my face. If you have a look at the prediction, they predicted to finish 3rd. Like, have a look at this team. Alex is the other Turkish international. Mars is a great fullback as well, right? They've got Muvkar Joel, who is fantastic and is very, very good at what he does. And they've got Fabio Cavallo in the middle of the park, who I've never used on FM, but know that he's pretty good and would use for sure as well. So they've actually got some interesting players. This job is available. I will say the average age that's got is 25. They've got Ginter playing right back, which, look, I would seem to maybe want to do a bit more. The last thing I will say about Wolfsburg is if their finances were better, I would go over it. But you get so much money in Germany where it's an interesting thing. It's either we go to Newcastle, we've only got to win the FA Cup, and we'll go for it because the FA Cup. And to be fair, if I went there to win the FA Cup, I would be there to... Look, I think that board would want to finish top 4. Somehow, if they're happy with me finishing Europa League spot, I would manufacture a 5th place finish, start throwing a few games here and there, just so we can get the Europa League out of the way. Or I would take over Wolfsburg, slowly build them, aim for a 5th place finish, get into the Champions League and win get into the Europa League and win the Europa League that way. So yeah, I'm very tempted by both jobs. Let me know what you would do. By the way, this kid is pretty decent and young. I don't know if I would play narrow or not though if I went to Wolfsburg. And like, we're thinking about hypotheticals. I'd probably play a 4-3-3 variant like we did early doors with West Ham. But yeah, let's stop talking about that though, because we have got, ladies and boys and girls, the semi-final of the Champions League, and I honestly say that this is the best team in the world. And I will say, if we lose this tie, I am staying 1 more year to try and win the Champions League with this side. But anyway, it's Manigan net with Kalu, Todibo, Tamori, and Theo Hernandez, with Tonali, Dani Olmo, and Fratesi in there. I'm actually going to go with the good old nope, nope, and nope. We're going to go with the 3 more workman-like midfielders. I'll leave Omar off the bench. Fernandez with Roque, who's been tutored with this massive move to Manchester City, and Rafael Leao, who's not having his best year, but is still, producing. He's got 18 and 30 with 13 assists. It's fine. And nothing what Victor Roque has. But yeah, there we are now. We obviously have Roldan still picked. Need to do that. And away we go. We've been playing our second string side every league game basically at the minute. We also beat Inter 4-1 in the first leg in the Serie A, the Italia Supercoppa. The Italia Coppa, not the Supercoppa. Anyway, this is a very similar side to what we lost to last year. You got Testegen, Kunde scored from the corner, Aranjo, Garcia and Angelino. Now, Angelino was the guy we targeted in the first leg last year. We really should have scored, and we never did. Nico, Gavi, Pedri, infamous free. Rafinha, Torres and Lewandowski is the same as last year. I will say Ezzy Abad has played in one of the other games. He scored a pen. Hector Fort still on the bench as well. Baku's there. Christensen. I think he started the second game. I remember last year. Assuming Dembele doesn't get in, which is very odd as well. But he'll probably play the second leg or off the bench. Now, Barca did dominate us here at the new camp last year. What we've got to do is keep this tight. I honestly believe we can beat any side at home by any margin of goal when we are on. It's all about what happens in the away leg for me. It's got to be Barca in the infamous Barcelona colours, the Catalonian colours. And we are obviously in the black and the red. It's Champions League Semi Final day again. It's Groundhog Day again. Can we go and extract some revenge? Or will we lose to Barcelona yet again at that final hurdle before making the big dance? Let's see what happens as Gavi picks this ball up into Aranjo as we reverse the camera. He hits one from distance. If we're going to let people shoot, let it be Raul or Aranjo. That is fine. Give the episode a like. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are slowly catching up the save to where we can stream on Twitch a little bit more, so the Twitch link is down below for the Football Manager stuff as well. Anyway, Ismail Benacour can turn to Devo, Tonali. I've just forgotten that I forgot to do this for Tezzy as well. Mazzala on support, mate. More workmanlike, thank you. As Bruno picks that ball up and looks over the top to Victor Roque. Has got Rafael Leao with him. Decides against it. Goes near stick. It is 1-0. We lead against Barcelona away from home. Something that we did last year to give us some hope when we were 1-0 down after losing the home tie. Bruno Fernandez with a great ball. I said after that tie we needed a 10. We just needed a 10 that could find a goal, find an assist. And well, Roque dinks it. Might have taken a slight deflection, but it's in. And we lead 1-0. And well, Fratesi, who we've signed for this season as well to be a bit more of a workman-like midfielder, you're in, mate. Mazzala on support. Now we need to be solid. Now we just need to be solid. Angelino, Roque slips in, and Rafael Leao picks that one up. Ismail Benacour, Todibo, Tonali, ball over the top looking for Rafael Leao. Aranjo sweeps up very well into Stegen's force long, which is great for us when they go long. And Kalou needs to win that and doesn't. Ferran Torres wins the second ball. They do have Lewandowski up top, so they can go long and win a lot. But anyway, Ismail Benacour, Manigan, Tomori, drives, goes with it. Tonali, poor ball. And then wins it back anyway. Weird highlight. That's a ball and a half for Bruno Fernandez. Victor Roque getting down the line. Keeps it. Tonali. Bruno. Fratesi. Hits one to Stegen. What a save. Victor Roque puts it back in. And Leao misses the ball on the goal line. No way. What an effort from Fratesi. Great save from Stegen. But look at this. Ball comes in. I don't think Rafael Leao thinks it's going to get there, but it's gone through to Stegen's legs. And all he has to do is touch the ball over the line from 2 yards. And he misses the ball. No way. Rafael Leao has missed from inside 2 yards. He's one of the best strikers in the world. And he misses from inside 2 yards. He's gone straight down to a 6.4. And one of the biggest key clutch chances we're ever going to create ever in any match. And we miss it because he's missed the ball. Victor Roque, ball in. Falls to Leao. What a save from Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen, what a save. Rafael Leao has now missed 2 massive chances. We should be 3-0 up. Last year, and the home leg, it cost us. At least we're 1-0 up in the away leg. But this is absolutely silly. Rafael Leao has missed 2 massive chances. Obviously, the first one more important. The second one, though, felled him inside the 6-yard box. Anything in any corner was a goal and kicked it straight into De Stegen's head. Victor Roque picks that one up. Kalu in the area. Cleared. Ferran Torres. Big against the run to play this one. Still going. Robert Lewandowski and Ferran Torres link up. Lewandowski, he's around. There's the difference. We have a world-class striker at one and he's missed 2 chances. Lewandowski gets 1 opportunity and it's a goal. Wow, Rafael Leao might just cost us a Champions League final. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Look at the XG. The XG is ridiculous. Far from pleased. I'm going to keep him out there, Rafael Leao, because you just never know that he turns the corner and finds a couple. But he's on my hit list to take off very early here. It's 1-1. We should have been 2 or 3-0 up. Roque had 1 chance and he scored. Anyway, Angelino picks that ball up. Whips one in there. Well, Lewandowski hits the post. That's the issue though, is Barca just going to keep on coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. Gavi whips one back stick. Headed and Arundra heads over. Game's starting to lose a little bit in this match, to be fair. I was about to make a change. We're not going to make it during the highlight. It's going to bring Rafael Leao off and probably Tonali on a booking. It's a ball and a half to Ferry and Torres. Kalu should have been on that touch. Wasn't. Now he is. That ball's not going to find Roque. Nico. Tonali wins that. Roque. Rafael Leao wanted it. Was ignored. Probably rightfully so, the way he's finishing. Fratesi. Bruno. Rafael Leao. 1-on-1. Get him off. That is one of the worst displays I've ever seen from fucking one of my strikers in a big game. Wow. Tonali is going to come off. Fratesi is going to go on the other side. I think this game is actually screaming for a little bit of creativity. I am going to bring in Dani Olmo as an advanced playmaker on attack. Fia Hernandez looking dead. I want the fitness out there, to be fair. So Kovalenko, who knows to get up and down, is going to come on. This was the second leg, wouldn't do it because of penalty shootouts, but in the first leg, definitely bring Michaelenko on. Kalu's now picked up a knock and is injured. David Calabria on the other side. Outside of that, I don't particularly need to make another change. We're going to leave it. Hopefully Kalu's injury is not big or long term. Time ticks away here. I'm happy with 1-1, but I'm not happy with how this game has gone and our lack of ability to finish. With that being said though, there's not long left. Fratesi's going to come off for Iwamoto because we know that he knows what he's doing in there. And I think that's our last change. Iwamoto might be able to win that ball and go forward. 5 minutes of added time somehow. Alright, if you offered me a draw before the game, would have shook your hand. If you're going to tell me that freaking Rafael Leao, who we're about to absolutely rollick by fining him 2 weeks' wages, is going to miss 2 chances inside the 6-yard box, ridiculous. Well done for proving a lot of people wrong. I'll keep the morale high, but Rafael Leao may have just cost us a Champions League final. I'll leave that to the physio so he can play the final if we make it. Let's go and do Rafael Leao. He's got to see this. Where is he? I cannot believe a guy that is this good. He's got 18 and 30. It's not bad. He's got 11 and 12 in the Champions League this year. Misses 2 chances like that. And he's a big game player, but no? Yeah, he is. Discuss discipline. Poor performance. Right? Final week wages. Yep. Discuss. Warn. Criticise. Last game. Point the finger. He's got a lot of chances. Bang. Ludicrous. You cannot do that. You're in the biggest game of your season. You're a world-class striker. You cannot miss from 2 yards out and then miss a fucking easy little tap-in from fucking ball forcing inside the 6-yard box. Put it in the back of the net. It's a coach killer, that one. And hopefully it doesn't kill us in our season. But in saying that, the goal was not to lose in Spain. We did not lose. We come to home. We're going to be favourites for this tie. And well, with the way the form should be going and what we just witnessed, we should go through to the Champions League final. Because at home, we will be the better side, you would say. Welcome back to YouTube. Second leg. Barcelona at home at the San Siro. I think we should be favourites for this one. In saying that, we do have a little bit of injury worry. By the way, we haven't looked at how Barcelona have got here. They currently sit second in the Spanish division, two games off. But yeah, they got out Lyon in the quarterfinal and they got us in the semi. And they made it through the league phase, I'm like pretty certain. Yeah, they are. They only lost one game to Chelsea, who went undefeated and then got knocked out, Chelsea, by the way. 1-8. But yeah, look, I think we're in a good spot. In terms of the team, we just knocked out Inter out of the cup, but we did get an injury in that game, unfortunately, here. David Calabria, who was going to play for Kalu here, picked up a knock and now has an injection. So we're probably not going to get 90 minutes out of him, but he has to start. Outside of that, we just need to be good. We need to go. The boys got a full set of rest. The rest of the team picks itself. Let's see what Barca maybe do to change the game. We remember last year they made a couple of changes in the second leg that really worked out for them. I'm going to fresh our hands, and I'm actually going to put the pressure on that I expect them to come back as finalists here today, which I know is a big call. But yeah, let's have a look at Barca. I've gone more attacking, by the way. Dani Olmo is starting this one. That was always going to be a given, though. Koundé's not 100% fit, but yeah, Arantxa Garcia. Balde's come in. Great player, to be fair, but doesn't play often. Nico, Gavi, Pedri. Torres is in. Ansu Fati not 100%, but starts. And Robert Lewandowski, which means they've dropped Rafinha. Still no spot for Dembele. Andre Christensen's there. Frank Kessie never plays for him, which makes no sense. He's 30 and unbelievable. So yeah, interesting. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Let's see what we can do here. It's going to be us in the black and red. They're going to be in the normal Catalonian colours. If we can just play how we play the first 20, 30 minutes of the first leg here at home and make it count, we'll get through. But it's going to be all about how much possession do we concede to Barca, and well, straight off the bat, then we've conceded a lot. Gavi now, Tomori heads away. Victor Roque's not going to get on that. Has to squeeze Gavi. Doesn't really. It's not really his area of expertise, let's be honest. Ferry and Torres. Koundé. Olmo went in flying with a tackle, doesn't win. Fratesi gets on that and clears it straight into Alejandro Balde. Into Nico. Fratesi tackles is going to fall back to... Okay, just everybody know Barca's going to score because we're giving the ball back to them 3 times and the ball's bounced to them off everybody. Fucking hate these fucking highlights. There's no way this happens in real life football. A bad cross is going to find Fati and Ferry and Torres heads over faint cross. That was 3 times that we tackled him and fell back to him, and then a bad cross that falls back to him again anyway at the back stick. That is... I hate it when the game's like that. Anyway, Lewandowski. Koundé. Switch out the other side. Keita Balde, Pedri, Ansu Fati, Fratesi, Ansu Fati, Balde, Nico. Don't like this. They're getting too much room. Balde does well. Backstick ball. Ferran Torres heads. That's wide again. Barca starting to really dominate us in our own backyard. It's not good to see. It's not good to see at all. Could encourage the boys to be a little bit more brave, I think. It's 15 minutes, you're the home team. Let's go. We're starting to get a few shots away, but I haven't really seen a highlight. 40 minutes played, time ticking away in what has been a very... Look, I would say Barca edge the game. It's not particularly a good match to be watching, this one. I'm going to start the second half. I'm just going to rollick him a little. Tonali, corner. It seems like a set piece would make the difference here as Tomori heads over. Our first highlight. Just going to go out there. I don't know how we really go about changing this game too much. I think Fratesi is going to come off here for Tonali and Ismail Benacour. I think that's a smart thing to do considering he's dead. So Fratesi's out. Tonali in, get him further forward, which he doesn't mind that role. We're starting to come back into the game a little bit more now, which is great, but we haven't really seen too much. Alright. Do we go a little bit more creative? Do we go 4-3-3 maybe? Dani Olmo hasn't really influenced the game. Roman Tisney, of all people, I think, is going to come in, the wonder kid. Got a little bit more speed from the middle of the park. Maybe he can provide something. Want to leave some change for extra time if needed. Tomori for Calabria is probably going to happen now, which I don't want it to happen. This is more of a defensive change as well. Ron Stones comes in, ball playing defender and defend. Tomori goes in as a fullback on defend himself because he's more a defensive fullback, but let Theo Hernandez bomb on. It's 1-1 on aggregate. A goal here late would win it for either side if there's going to be a moment. Highlight. Stones and Ismail Benacour finds Tonali, Tisney. Benacour. Over the top looking for Rafael Leao. Not going to find him like that, is he? Not really been much movement. But we haven't really seen too many highlights. This would be a cruel one to lose. But we really haven't done enough here. Zasuma Dembele drives inside and looks the other side here. Rafinha. Kessie. Theo. Oh no, we're down to 10. Theo Hernandez. He's our best penalty taker too. We're up there with Bruno. That is not good. Down to 10 men in a big game. What's new, Football Manager? Probably should take off a striker, but I don't particularly want to, which means that I'm taking off Bruno, but he's my best penalty taker. But I'm really going to take off Tisney here. Tonali probably is the one I'm going to do. Markolenko in. So I can't make... Okay, whatever. Apparently I can't make a change, even though we've only made 3 subs. We've made 2 subs. Manigan... Alright. Offside, but he left it for what reason? Alright, we can definitely make a change game. I haven't made 5 subs. I've made 3 subs. What's the game on? And I haven't made stoppages either. That was a 4 stoppage by the game. We're going to concede here because of this. Can't bring on a left back. Alright, we get in the extra time. Good. Now I need to think about this. Markolenko in. Now, done, right? There we go. We got plenty of what we need to do here. Mose King for Victor Roque, who I know was a hero, but let's do that because I think Rafael Leao has better penalty taking. That's the same, really. Yeah, do that. Tisney's not much of a penalty taker, is he? I think Andre Goula's better, but we might do that late doors. Alright, I'm going to move us into balanced. Going to put us in a bit more standard. I'm still looking for the overlap. I don't play out of defence. Pass the ball into space. Play for a set piece. I'm going to start us to distribute over the top as well. I think we can't really set a trap with 1 less player up there. But well, let's go and try and get the ball over the top, I think. Going to let Bruno roam with Tisney really try and get in there as well. Alright. Down to 10 men. This is not a good position to be in against Barcelona. We probably should actually waste some time here too. Need to get through this highlight first. Deflected into Manigan, that's fine. Alright, this is where, okay, you boys got to... We're going long and just pray that Rafael Leao does something up there. Eric Garcia, Nico needs to be won by Markolenko and does. Stones. Benacour to Debo. False on looking for Rafael Leao. Oh, it does. It's a mistake. Rafael Leao. He missed so many chances in the last game. We lead 2-1 and we're nearly there. In saying that, we would not have Theo Hernandez for the final. But we will deal with that. It's a mistake. It's a ball that we've punted over the top. Randro's missed it. And Rafael Leao, who missed 2 massive 1-on-1s in the last one, scores in this one. Come on, boys. Big moments. Big moments. Set piece. Bruno in. He's clapping already. He loves it. Bruno thinks we're about to score. Bruno's already clapping. Header 1 time. The audaciousness. Oh, Tamori hits the bar. Was that close to a 3-1 lead. We're 15 minutes away, boys. We're 15 minutes away. We are 15 minutes away. Baku, Rafinha, Nico. Baku, chips 1. Tamori, thumps. Rafael Leao, turns. Mose Kean wants it. Gets it. Tisney, the wonder kid. The man from France. The man we picked up. Misses. That was the Champions League final. And he missed. Manigan thumps 1. Tisney's going to win the header. No, he left it for whatever reason. Ball out the other side. Tamori wins. Bumps one to Mose Keane. There's a ball inside here. Cuts it. Rafael. We are Champions League final bound. On the break with 10 men. On the break with 10 men. Barca need 2 in 5. A ball through to Mose Keane. And a ball that we can cut across to Rafael Leao. He may have missed the chances in the first leg. He hasn't missed chances here. Barca are shell-shocked. We are through with 10 men. Iwoto for Bruno. Thank you very much. That is job done, boys. That is job done. Tamori long throw. Christensen. Betancourt hit that. Hits the post. What a strike. We are there. We're into the big dance. We had a red card. Fernandez getting sent off in the 88th minute, but with 10 men, we went super direct and Barca couldn't cope. Wow. With 10 men, we scored 2 in extra time to win 3-1 on aggregate, and that is absolutely massive. Leaving to the physio now. Milan qualify Club World Cup if I decide to stay. Attend the presser for sure. Send the assistant. We put ourselves in the fantastic. As soon as he's done the suspension, it just means he misses the final. That is not good. That's not good. Alright, we're going to stay live here and see. We're going to see if we get Man City or we get Newcastle. I'd rather it be... Look, to win the Champions League, I'd rather it be Newcastle. But if it's Man City, it's Man City. We've knocked them out last year. The 4-1-3-1-3 obliterated Man City last year, so... In extra time when we went direct, there's maybe something to think about, just going super duper direct. Alright, here we go. We're waiting for this to be played. Newcastle are at home against Man City. We're going to get Newcastle as Osimhen scores one late. We get Newcastle in the final. The final is being played in Austria. We've got Newcastle. And what does that do for the job security of Pochettino? That's maybe something that we have to have a look at. Pot's still very insecure, but in the final. So there you go. So there you go. With that being said, that's the next episode. Champions League final versus Newcastle, who beat Man City and came back. They sit 10th in the Premier League. However, they have a world-class squad. And just maybe, that's a game that we win to move to Newcastle as well. Maybe. I'm not going to give you guys the Italian Cup final. I'm not going to give you guys a league because it's basically sewn up as well with 4 to go. But I'll see you guys for that game against Newcastle. With 10 men, we came back. Yes, we don't have Theo Hernandez. Michaelenko's going to have to do a job. But we are in the final of the Champions League.